What's going on, everybody? This is Matt and Lindsay with That Jeep Adventure, and today we are waking up at Hot Springs and we feel terrible. We stayed up too long celebrating New Year's Eve, so today is going to be a rough one. We have our little buddy Pedialyte here, so hopefully this will get us through the day. I think we're going to start by hitting Rubicon Ridge, just kind of getting warmed up, and then try to get over to Four Fingers in Ultimate Adventure, and then decide the rest of our day from there.
What's the temperature out here, Saber?
Bruh, it's a little bit colder than it needs to be right now. It's going to be a good time, so we're looking forward to it.
So as it tends to happen, our game plan had a little bit of a hiccup. There's this one spot toward the end of Rubicon Ridge. It goes uphill and it's a bit of a double step up. With it being slick and being more rutted out over the past few times that we've been here, it's just gotten a little harder and a little harder. So today it's really given us an issue. Just as Stouffer was saying, the front end did not like that. We heard a pop, so Kent decided to take the bypass to go ahead and make it to the top of the hill. Stouffer's gonna give it a try, and then we're gonna look at Kent's axle once we get to the top. Stouffer decided it wasn't worth the fight, so he backed out, and our new friend Dallas was going to give it a shot in his JK on 40s. Maybe the bigger tires will be the difference maker and he can make it through the spot. Alright, so Dallas made it up the spot here. He's the only one out of the group that made it. I don't know if you can see, but it is like really wet and it's just very limited traction. So he just kind of bounced through and stayed in the gas and he made it through. We all just failed. He done did it.
I did it.
We heard the pop and we thought it was like the D-ring hitting the bumper, but no, it was a U-joint here. So bent the ear on the outer stub. But Stouffer has one, so we're gonna have to. Do we have it with us?
I don't know.
We may have to just like take it out and get it back to camp and swap it out there. Stouffer,
Good news.
You have your outer stub here?
I do. Good news. I found the cap. We're gonna put it back together.
Sweet.
Oh, we're gonna need a good U-joint. They got them in the shop.
I think we got a plan.
Well, you got to drive.
So Wifey and I are headed back to camp to get a U-joint and take it back. So Kent only has to tear the axle down once. We don't have to tear it down here on the trail and then put it back together, get back to camp and tear it down again. So hopefully they've got what we need at the office. If not, we're going to be making a trip to the parts store. Unfortunately, the park did not have the U-joint that we needed. The bumper to bumper right by the park was closed, so we had to go all the way across town to the AutoZone. By the time we made it back, they had everything torn down. With the new U-joint in hand, we could start installing the new joint into the shaft. We got everything put back together and the tire put back on. Now we just had to figure out what to do with the remaining daylight that we had left. All right, so we just decided to call it for the day. We're tired, it's cold. We're gonna go back to the house and get some dinner, get warm. We got the Jeep loaded up on the trailer, gonna leave it here tonight and just gonna ride back to the house of Kent. All right, so we're finally out here on the trail. Today we are starting on Gorge. The last time we rode Gorge, the line on the left side is how we were able to make it up. This time, with it being muddy, it could not catch grip. So I decided to try the right side. The right side gets most of the water coming down the slab, so it's even slicker, but I figure why not try. After more unsuccessful attempts on the right side, I decided to try the left side one more time. I know our friends made it up this yesterday, so I don't want to go out without a fight.
Yeah, it's does it feel sketchy in there?
Not terribly.
I feel a little sketched out.
I'm fairly certain I heard Lindsay cussing over that.
Yeah. Lindsay and I decided to throw in the towel. Clearly, we weren't going to make it up this spot. There's no point in winching to the top unless everybody else makes it too. So, we'll get out of the way and let them give it a shot. Well, his Stouffer, your driver tire. Oh, you're off the ground over here. That looks like it's putting you in a worse spot.
Yeah, it's stuck now. All right, so the Gorge won. We tried, we were conquered. Couldn't get any traction. What traction we did get then put us in a pretty gnarly spot. Jeep felt like it wanted to roll over and lay on its back, so we decided that was not a good choice. So pulled some cable, got back to a better spot, and we'll go back down and go find another trail.
You coming forward, hold it, now, straight up, now turn. A little bit, as you're coming up, turn. There it is.
Let's try that. We're gonna climb about a foot on driver's front. All right, little passenger. You feel okay right there?
That's real high.
No, it's too high. Tell you what, I need you to back down about a foot. Yeah, that little bit of driving is good. Yeah, hold that full driver and back. Alright, hold that. Try going full passenger. Ease forward and keep going past.
Yeah.
Hey, just keep a little momentum. About 24 miles an hour, go.
As we finished can opener, a group of Jeeps came up behind us. This was a really cool 1-ton coilover YJ.
Coming up and over fast is good.
So this is a first for us. It's sleeting on the trail. South Mississippi boys don't know nothing about that.
This is strange territory.
That sleet was coming down. I guess you can't have a ride called Fire and Ice if you don't get a little ice. Luckily, it only lasted for about 15 or 20 minutes, so we didn't have to deal with it all day.
You're gonna go right towards Stover.
Comes the next crew behind us.
After we grabbed some lunch, we were gonna finish Slammer, and we were standing there debating on taking the right side or like the left side bypass. We were thinking about giving it a shot, but there was a group behind us, so we kind of just let them go in front of us. One of the guys rolled the razor right there in the bad spot on Slammer. So probably an omen that we didn't need to try to take the Jeeps there. So they had to do recovery and do all that anyway. So we ended up taking this other little trail that kind of veers off at the bottom of the hill. After popping back out on the main road, we finally ran into our group of buddies. We've been trying to hook up with them all weekend and just kept missing each other. This group is full of some really awesome people that we wheel with from Alabama and all over Mississippi. We ran a few trails with the group, and then our buddy Chris led us back to the other side of the park. We did a quick lap through Humdinger and then shot over to Four Fingers. Somehow, Chris got crossed up with the tree. It wedged right in front of his fender, so he couldn't go forward or backward. He was going to need some assistance from the winch. After the quick run-in with the tree, Chris shot right up the slab. I think it only took him 2 attempts. There it is. Yeah, dude! Making it up the slab this time was pretty cool. We had 4 different rigs, and it seemed like everybody took a different line.
That's it. That's the line. You just gotta have a little you can do at the bottom.
That was easy.
Coming down on the track.
Everybody made it up the slab. It was starting to get dark on us. We still had to make it farther up the trail and through one more tricky spot. This spot was a pretty big step up with a tight left-hand turn. All of the 2-doors made it through the spot with a little bit of finagling. This step up was not very wheelbase friendly, so Kent decided to save it for another day. After all, he has to drive his Jeep 7.5 hours home tomorrow. We had an awesome time at Hot Springs ORV Park. I've been wanting to hit this fire and ice ride for a few years now, and we finally made the trip up. As always, the trails here kicked ass. Even in the sleet and mud, we managed to get a surprising amount of traction and enjoyed pushing our Jeeps. We got to see some friends that we haven't seen in a while and hopefully made some arrangements to ride with them again soon. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to the YouTube channel and follow That Jeep Adventure on Instagram.